The city of brotherly love, the cradle of liberty, the birthplace of America. Whatever you want to call this great city, Philadelphia has it all.
From bookshops to cafes to restaurants, there is so much to do in and around this beautiful city.
Now sit back and relax as we head to these unique places and much more as we take you just next door. Hello and welcome to Just Next Door. I'm Josh Nickelberry.
And I'm Lani. We have so much to get to, so let's not waste any more time. First, we are heading down to Girard Ave to check out Harriet's Bookshop, a small Black-owned independent bookstore in Fishtown. Harriet's Bookshop celebrates female authors, artists, and activists. Let's check it out.
So Harriet's Bookshop is named for Harriet Tubman. Sometimes people see me and they're like, hey, aren't you Harriet? And I'm like, I wish. No, I'm just Jadine. We're named for Harriet Tubman, historical heroine who did an amazing amount of work. And she did it with an impeccable grace. And our shop celebrates women authors, women artists, women activists. Not that anybody's excluded from the shop, but we do center women artists, women authors, and women activists. You know, we always keep 4 authors in the space, so you're going to always be able to find Toni Morrison in this bookshop. You'll always be able to find Octavia E. Butler in this bookshop. You'll always be able to find Alice Walker in this bookshop. You'll always be able to find Zora Neale Hurston in this bookshop. And then everything else is like a rotating exhibit.
One of the coolest parts about Harriet's is the art that can be seen around the store.
So what you're looking at is an exhibit that was done by a whole bunch of artists, right? So from the floors to the walls to the furniture. It's never all Janine, and it will never all be Janine. It's not about Janine. It is about like what happens when you work in collaboration, what happens when a space is truly a community hub, and that's what Harriet's and our new bookshop, Ida's Bookshop, gets to be.
As someone who can read for hours at a time, I have to get down there as soon as possible and pick up a book.
I may have to join you, Lani, but do you know what makes reading so much better? Reading while enjoying a nice cup of coffee. And if you head down to Germantown and visit Avenues Cafe, you can do just that.
Avenues Cafe is a little sanctuary located in Germantown. I got the chance to talk to one of their baristas about what makes this place so special.
It's very community-based. There's a lot of activities that they do, a lot of kind of after-hours things. They have the art show, and then they also have Spoken Word Saturday. And then for holidays, I'm not sure about for Christmas, but for Thanksgiving, they partnered with a nonprofit to give food, Thanksgiving food, turkeys and such like that. To neighborhood people who were in need. And for me, Avenues, what really drew me to actually working here is because the owner, Lee, is BIPOC, so he's Indigenous and Black. And I'm BIPOC also, so it was sort of just something that kind of made me feel more comfortable working here.
Whether you are looking for a nice place to study or play a game or two, Avenues Cafe has it all.
Wow, that looks like a perfect spot to grab a bite to eat and catch up with friends. Maybe even do some studying.
I agree, Josh. Well, maybe not the studying part. Anyway, speaking of grabbing a bite to eat, let's check out Second Daughter Baking Company, a pre-order only artisan bakery located in the heart of South Philadelphia.
After winning awards for their baking skills and with the use of local fresh ingredients, these two sisters are always ready to make the perfect dessert for you.
We started during the pandemic, of course, which is a time when no one ever thought to start a business or start anything. for us, it has to be its absolute perfect best because it's great to have a product out there, but why can't it be its best? So that's it. That's really the philosophy behind Second Daughter. We have since gone on to win Best of Philly for our brownies. We've been nominated for James Beard. So we've reached a lot of success in such a short time. We make brownies. That's what Second Daughter is known for. But of course, we do cupcakes, giant, like cookies the size of your face. We also make wedding cakes, tarts, savory tarts, focaccia bread, muffins. Really, you name it, we make it. I've been baking professionally for 7 years now. Second Daughter was always a dream, and it was something that evolved into what it is.
I probably should have eaten something before this because I am starving. I think this is a perfect time to take a quick break.
Whoa, not so fast, Lani. You can never get enough food. I went down to Ryan's Pub in Manayunk to see what this family-owned Irish pub has to offer. Located in the busy area of Manayunk, Ryan's Pub is a local bar and restaurant well known for its food and entertainment options.
So Ryan's Pub opened on October 17th, 2017. We've been open for 6 years now.
There's a big variety of items on the menu, from pizzas, sandwiches, burgers, and appetizers, as well as alcoholic beverages.
No, I do love our burgers, and our pizzas are a big hit, and we do weekly specials that change up every week. So we have Taco Tuesday, we have Quizzo Trivia Night on Wednesday nights where we give out prizes and we have drink specials. And then we have DJs Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Sunday is kind of an industry night, so if you work in the industry, you get an industry discount. So we're a neighborhood bar. We want to be a part of the community. So that means having college students here. It means having young professionals here. I mean, families for dinner. Like we really are a community bar. So I think that's what makes us popular. And I mean, our busiest nights are obviously the weekends.
On weekdays, Ryan's Pub is open from 3 p.m. to 2 a.m., with extended hours on the weekends from 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you're ever in the Manayunk area, I highly recommend stopping by Ryan's Pub. The environment is family-friendly with options for all ages.
Wow, does that place look good? Did you try anything to eat while you were there?
Yeah, I actually did. I had a burger and the cheesesteak egg rolls, and it was actually really good. The staff was very welcoming, and it was a nice hospitality place. I really enjoyed the food for sure. I think now is the perfect time to head to break. When we come back, we're going to talk to a LaSalle alum who most recently started his own movie review website. Stay tuned.
According to statistics, 40 million adults suffer from depression or anxiety. 1 in 4 college students are affected by this as well. You never know who is going through something, so you should always be kind to one another. A little kindness can go a long way. It might even save a life.
Welcome back to Just Next Door. We are joined by Nolan Kelly. Nolan is a former LaSalle student who was an editor for The Collegian, working on the arts and entertainment sections. Nolan most recently created his own website for movie reviews called Movies Mentality. Welcome to the show, Nolan.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me here.
So what gave you the idea to create your own website?
So when I was here at LaSalle, I worked for the school paper, The Collegian, where I worked in arts and entertainment, like you guys said. And I just kind of talked about movies all the time. And I figured once I graduated, I needed some kind of portfolio kind of thing. So I put everything on my own website. And then I kind of didn't have anything to write. So now I've just been writing everything original on my own website and been putting it up on there.
So what goes into making each of your reviews?
So first I have to subject myself to every movie that I want to watch, whether that's, good or bad. I watch a lot of bad movies. Then just kind of as I'm watching it, I'm kind of collecting my thoughts and writing it down in my notes app. And then from there, I'll just kind of formulate whatever I'm thinking about at the time or create a theme for the review or whatever.
How did your experience at LaSalle give you the tools you needed to pursue this venture?
So I did a lot of writing here at LaSalle, so I was kind of comfortable with writing. Writing was not something that was ever really hard to me, but coming here at LaSalle, that helped me kind of strengthen that and kind of get better with that.
What's your favorite type of genre that you like to review the most?
I don't know if I have a favorite genre, but I know that I like to review bad movies more, just because it's more fun to get angry about watching a bad movie is a bit of a waste of time, but getting to get angry and just expel all this energy after watching a bad movie is kind of cathartic. But I really do like watching comedies. I think comedies are the best kinds because they're always just funny. You get to talk about the jokes, whether it was a good or a bad joke. That's pretty much what I like the best.
So what is your favorite all-time movie?
That's always a loaded question because I feel like I could sit and talk about one movie forever, and then I always think that I can talk about 3 other movies forever. I like a lot of big directors like Scorsese and Tarantino and Spike Lee and all that. So I would probably say either like The Departed or The Dark Knight is really good. I think that's one of my favorites. Yeah, that's good.
Do you have any advice to students that are looking to pursue a job in the entertainment industry?
I think one piece of advice that I'm always telling myself and that I think is really good for people to hear is to put everything into yourself. If you know that what you are trying to do in the entertainment industry is what you are meant to do, then you're not wrong. Like, that is what you are meant to do. So keep doing that. Put everything in you, which is why I made this site. I don't have anything right now, but I know this site is what I'm meant to do, and so I'm putting everything of me into this site.
So what else do you have planned for 2023 regarding the website?
Right now, I'm planning to put up at least two pieces of reviews every week, probably thinking Thursdays at 1 for anybody looking out there. Right now, just movie reviews. I'm thinking expanding to like top 10 lists. I don't know. Right now, it's movies mentality, but I might expand further than that. TV shows, music, anything else.
Okay, so going back to doing your reviews, and you say you like watching a lot of bad movies. How do you decide what's a bad movie and what's a good movie? Like, what
Mostly
are the factors?
either like through reputation or if something to me just looks terrible. That entails a lot of like whodunit murder mysteries. Those are always pretty predictable and boring. So I've seen a lot of really bad mysteries. Yeah.
Have there been any bad movies that society kind of views as bad that you've actually really enjoyed?
I mean, I've seen a bunch, but I can't really think of one. I mean, there are a lot of really bad movies that I think are worth the viewing because of how bad they are, whether they're boring, whether they're just bad and lazily written, whether it's funny but it's not supposed to be funny. I think you can get a lot of entertainment out of something that's supposed to be bad.
So with your website, how are you going to make people believe that you're a credible source for these movie reviews?
I just keep watching movies and I keep listing them. Just the more I talk about movies and just the more I keep rattling off, I feel like that's incredible enough. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Was there anything that made you decide on a website rather than a YouTube channel, for example?
I don't think I'm too good in front of a camera, even if I'm like just talking to myself. And like with a website, I can definitely write down the words ahead of time and look and see if there's something that I'm not happy with. I can add things to it. I can go back and change it later. With a video, I think it's not set in stone, but it's harder to go back and change. Yeah.
So do you only review like newer movies, or do you go and
I try to keep it newer.
Keep it newer?
Yeah, because I feel like if I don't talk about something that's happening now, then maybe it won't grab as many people's
Understood.
attentions.
Understood. Let me think of another question. Got anything?
Aside from bad movies, obviously I like watching good movies too.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen a lot of good movies this year. Nope is a really good one.
Majority of the movies in theaters, right? Like
Yeah,
you
I
do
try to
reviews
get to
on
the
it.
theaters as much as
Yeah.
I can. But because I don't always know which movies to go see in theater, but I feel like I should just try and go and see all of them.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like theater experience, like you can really.
It's a completely
yeah,
different
it's a lot different than
experience.
watching
Yeah.
it at home, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Understood.
Aside from Nope, do you think you have another really good movie that you reviewed this year?
I think The Batman was a really good movie this year. I know that's kind of cliche at this point, and everybody said good things, but I think that was pretty good. There's also been a lot of really bad movies too. Morbius obviously was bad. I think of the great movies and the bad movies, I've enjoyed watching the bad movies a lot more, just because of how terrible they were and how much better my experience was watching them.
Understood. We appreciate you stopping by, Nolan. Thank you so
for having
much.
me. Thank you for having me.
We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to stop at a few more places in the city that you won't want to miss. Stay tuned.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know. I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
Welcome back to Just Next Door. We have one more food place to go that might make you even more hungry. Food Chaser's Kitchen in Elkins Park, a spot for dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Lani was able to get down there and show us what they're all about.
My stomach is rumbling just thinking about it. Let's get down there. If you're searching for comfort food just outside of Philadelphia, Food Chaser's Kitchen is just the spot for you.
So Kayla and I were school principals. As principals, we will use our vacation time to travel the world looking for good food. So we retired from our jobs as principals because we always had a dream of opening a restaurant. So we were like, it's now or never, because during the pandemic, we start catering, and the catering really picked up. So we decided it was the best time for us to retire and then chase the dream of owning a restaurant.
I was curious about their transition from principals and educators to restaurant owners.
It's been a learning experience. It really has. The good thing was we had leadership roles, so it helped us in that aspect of running a restaurant, but they're two totally different, totally different entities of opening a restaurant and opening a school. So We learned that fast, and we learned that the hard way.
Since they started in the middle of a pandemic, I wondered how social media had influenced their business.
Chasers was born on Instagram, so that's what we always tell people. Like, if you think you don't have money enough to start a business, we always say we started with an iPhone and Instagram. That's literally how our business is born. So we are definitely on Instagram under Food Chasers, and our restaurant is under Food Chasers _ Kitchen.
Wow, this city is just filled with amazing places to eat. What was your experience when you were down there?
So they were actually my middle school principals. So it was really interesting to see them go from this authority figure to someone that's now owning a restaurant. And it was super cool. And I haven't seen them in a few years. So it was really nice to go there. And they gave me so much free food. And it was amazing. I made myself hungry looking up those videos again. All this food is making me wonder if there's any chance we would be able to get to these places as soon as possible. Any ideas, Josh?
Well, our next stop is literally a stop. 30th Street Station, one of the busiest train stations in the country. It can take you anywhere you need to go. So buy your train tickets and let's hop aboard.
As you may have guessed, the 30th Street Station is located on 30th Street in Center City, Philadelphia. First opening in 1933, this would replace the old Broad Street Station, which had grown too small for the time. And it's a good thing they made it bigger, because it's currently ranked the 10th busiest train station in all of the United States. Upon first walking in, it's impossible to miss the 39-foot-tall statue. It was installed in 1952 to honor the Pennsylvania Railway employees who lost their lives in World War II. The words at the base read, "In memory of the men and women of the Pennsylvania Railroad who laid down their lives for our country, along with all 1,300 of their names." If you're looking for a bite to eat, look no further, because the 30th Street Station has all the yummies for your tummy. Just in time for the holiday spirit, there's a really big Christmas tree. Just don't miss your train while you're admiring it.
That looks like such a convenient way to travel around the city without dealing with traffic. Up next, one of our crew members takes us inside the recording studio to showcase a local band he's a part of.
Are we getting a live studio performance?
Unfortunately not. Their hourly rate is way past their budget, but we were lucky enough to go behind the scenes of what it takes to be a part of a band.
We are the Sweeties. Unfortunately, we're a little undermanned today, so stick with us. We appreciate it.
The Sweeneys are a local rock cover band made up of 3 brothers and a childhood friend.
My brother Seamus and I would play a lot together, and then one day Charlie came over to play with us, and then ever since we've just been playing.
The band went from playing backyard baseball to backyard gigs, and it all came with a little help of a studio that they built in their backyard.
Well, the studio we started building it around 2019, and that took a while because we had to, we had to make it like a room, like a studio. So we started with the infrastructure, built the entire thing ourselves. Thankfully, we had the shed already, and so it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into, this big thing that really helps us make music and practice in here,
But with 3 college-age students, practice time is a little hard to come by.
We usually try to play as much as we can, but with people's busy schedules, it's like right now it's just whenever we can all get together and play.
But trust me, this isn't the last you're going to hear of the Sweeneys.
For the future, I'd love to keep doing gigs, and just having fun, We're already making originals, so, covers are fun, but when you can do your originals and do them well in front of people and people like them and they start really listening to that stuff, then that's what makes it really cool.
Wow. I can't wait to hear more of their music because now I'm definitely interested. Maybe Charlie can hook us up with the free concert next time.
That sounds like a great idea. Do you know what I like to do while listening to music? Play video games. And Classic Game Junkie, located in Glenside, is a gamer's dream. Let's head down there and check it out.
Welcome to Game Junkie, your one-stop shop for everything from Xbox One, retro games, to repair services.
You know, we built this store with gamers in mind because I'm a gamer. You know, I wanted to make a place that I would personally want to go that would give me the feels as soon as I walked in the door. So every little touch, from the time you walk into the door to the time you get to the register, has special meaning to us. You see custom signage, you're going to see World of Nintendo. Pretty much every step you take, it's just going to take you back. And that's what we're trying to do. So we've been picking up things for years. You know, a lot of things have come and gone. Some of the treasures that I have that I personally love, my statues, Mario out there, Pikachu, they were from the original displays in the 80s and 90s. I think there was only in the 200s made of those, so those are incredible to see.
Many, Game Junkie has a lot to offer, but nothing beats their massive inventory.
It's becoming rare to come across video game stores that are independent and not part of a big chain. And I find it's also becoming even rarer to find ones that care about video games this much. And we ended up just enjoying the experience, the inventory, the fact I can find things, you know, when I go, oh, I really wish they had it. And it was just a shocker.
And in addition, you know, we're doing well here. I don't want to jinx it, so we'll knock on Game Junkie wood right here. But we're opening a new store in Lansdale sometime in the next 2 weeks. That's going to be at 311 West Main Street, Lansdale, PA, 19446. And in addition to just being a Game Junkie, half of it is going to be an arcade, and that's going to be brought by Retroware. So we're going to have an arcade and a Game Junkie, same building, roughly twice the size of this one. And I think it's going to be a blast. So hopefully we can see you there.
Man, I'm not much of a gamer, but that package might make me have to find a new hobby.
As someone who loves the game, I think I could spend a few hours here at a time. Personally, I love playing Call of Duty. I play it probably every single day. And I like playing Grand Theft Auto as well. I've been playing those games since I was younger with my older brother. So those are games I've been playing since my childhood. I love playing those games. So,
For sure. I
100%.
used to play Mario Kart a lot growing up.
I still
and
play
now
Mario
it's on the
Kart.
Switch, so I can play it even more. It's still a ton of fun.
Yeah, I have a Switch too. I still play it on there too. So yeah.
Yeah.
Related.
Well, that just about does it for this episode of Just Next Door. Don't forget to check us out on social media. You can find us on YouTube at LaSalle TV Philly or on Instagram at LaSalle TV. We would love to hear your comments and suggestions. For all of the crew here at Just Next Door, I'm Lani.
And I'm Josh Nickelberry. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Just Next Door.